There are 3 reasons why I've stopped playing looter shooters for now. Instead, I went back to an old flame. And when I went back to this old game, I realized a lot of things in gaming have changed over the course of these 10 years. Stay tuned to the end, and I'm gonna tell you what that game is. Number 1, repetitive gameplay. Killing the same boss over and over again is started to get stale. It reminds me of a carnival game where you know it's super rigged, but you keep playing it and playing it and playing it because you really want that teddy bear on the shelf. It feels like the Call of Duty dopamine strategy, but instead of playing against other players, you're playing against NPCs. You just gotta get one more. You just gotta get one more. Gotta get that fix. I try to get that god roll that has only a 1.5% chance of hitting. Now I know there are different ways to get the kill. Build diversity and all of that stuff changes per kill, right? But at the end of the day, you're still skipping a rock over the same pond over and over and over again. Who cares if you did a stab build this time or you did a rack attack build the next time? It's all the same type of exercise. Number 2, frankly, I got busy or I found other more productive things to do. I started my own LLC. It's called Creator Ecology. You can see the sign in the back, pretty sweet, right? The company is designed to be a helpful service to content creators. I'm gonna be putting out content for that so I can help content creators get going. I now take on clients who need a video editor or someone to help them out with their production setup. And I find it a lot more enjoyable than bashing my head against a wall repeatedly, trying to get that god roll. Getting away from looter shooters also allowed me to remember how much I loved playing RPGs. I miss those games. And I'm gonna detail some of the reasons why in just a second. Number 3, the creator culture scene has kind of ruined it for me. The constant scuffles I see with other creators, usually about differing opinions about patches or game direction, has kind of worn me down. I have great friends or colleagues on both sides of every argument, of every scuffle, of every disagreement, and sometimes every controversy. And it's not like I'm involved with any of these controversies or anything like that. In fact, it's the opposite. I've usually been treated very, very well by everybody that I know, but it has kind of suppressed my interest in making more content for these games, and also just in general playing them. I think at this point, staying in my own lane is gonna help alleviate some of that anxiety that I have seeing my friends and colleagues just duke it out online. I could turn off Twitter, I could stop checking things, but that would only hurt you guys and would only hurt the thing that I'm trying to build. So I can't quite do that. I don't want to unfollow anybody because again, I still have a lot of really good friends and colleagues. It's just whenever I get online after a couple days and see what I see, it just starts to wear on my anxiety quite a bit. Not to say this doesn't happen anywhere else, because duh, Rocky, it's the internet. Of course there's gonna be fighting everywhere you go, wake up. But I don't want to become numb and lack empathy for when people come and ask for help. I still want to help everybody. I know I said 3, but I'm going to give you a bonus number 4. The PC infrastructure kills looter shooter replayability for me. I know, don't kill me in the comments just yet, let me explain. When I was playing BL3 on console, for the first 6 months, I was chomping at the bit for everything that came out. All the new weapons, all the DLC, everything that was coming out, I was wanting to earn it. I felt really good about going out there and playing, putting a lot of hours in, and when I actually got the items, the weapons, the whatever, then I feel like I earned it. There were moments where I farmed for hundreds of hours just because I had to, because there was no other way to get anything. And then I upgraded to a gaming PC. Then I figured out how to download save files from other creators. I never figured out how to do save editing, but I didn't need to because it was way too easy as it is to download saves and get them to work. I didn't have to work for anything ever again. When I started dipping my toe into the pool of the save file stuff, I started to realize that Why am I spending hundreds and hundreds of hours killing Kilovolt for perfect monarchs in every element when I can just get a save file that just has all of them there? Why did I spend hundreds of hours killing Agonizer for those back burners when they're all just a click away? Those are hundreds to thousands of hours I can't get back. None of us can ever get them back. Downloading PC saves single-handedly ruined my lust for rare gear in the Borderlands franchise. Single-handedly. Well, Rocky, you could just have self-control. And I know the self-control argument can definitely be made here. But when I can beat 3 to 4 other very, very, very good games before I'm able to get an S-tier God-rolled something in Borderlands or Destiny or whatever, what's really worth it? Now that you made it this far, let me tell you what I am playing. I went back to one of my favorite franchises of all time. These games are 10 plus years old, and they have loot, legendaries, unique stuff, just like the modern games do. They have gigantic maps that have tons of locations to go to, with lots of rewards and challenges around every corner. In these games, you don't have to kill that one boss or that one enemy thousands of times in order to get the perfect god roll. You either just find it at these locations, or you take it off of an enemy, and it's just there for you to grab. The weapons and armor scale to how you build your character stats, so you don't have to worry about it not having a passive ability that's at a certain percentage. Now, these games are not perfectly balanced or anything, and they have exploits and glitches, but they don't save you that much time, so they're entirely skippable. It's not like they're saving you hundreds to thousands of hours worth of time. They might just save you a couple. Have you figured out what the games are that I'm playing? You said Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas? Then good job. These games do everything that looter shooters do except having billions of useless guns. Can you just think about all the times where we would play Borderlands or Destiny or Outriders or whatever, and you would pick up just tons of guns and be like, these are 90% trash. Why would I ever use these? It's like a cool thing to say, like, look at all these guns we have. But it's a whole nother thing if they're just all pieces of garbage. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas don't have that. They don't have billions of guns. They have, I don't know, 100. But pretty much all of them are useful. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas have better stories and side stories than most. They also have tons of secret locations and intriguing things and mysteries and Easter eggs. Another thing that those games do really well is actually difficulty. I know you can get some really good gear and you can just cream the whole game, but at the same time, if you don't know where that stuff is, it's actually reasonably difficult, and you could get yourself killed real fast if you go the wrong direction of the map. Honestly, it's just a lot of fun to just not even worry about the main quest and just explore the world. See what kind of adventures you can have. See what kind of random variance type things can happen. And that's not something you get in a very linear game like looter shooters are. There's not as much random. There's not as much interesting and exciting moments that happen. And the locations in looter shooters are suspiciously bland. They're made really well, but the actual intrigue of like, wow, I can't believe I've discovered this new location that I had no idea was here for 30 hours, that doesn't happen in looter shooters. Because everything is very clearly easy to find on purpose. They need you to be able to find it, or else you can't farm those guns. Truth be told, I probably will go back to playing some looter shooters in some sort of capacity. I definitely love my border fam, definitely not saying goodbye to anybody. But I think for now, it would be nice to just tread on new ground, get towards some new horizons. My birthday was in June, and my bro got me Elden Ring, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. But there are plenty of things I love about the Borderlands franchise and looter shooters in general. However, I don't have time for that. I could make an entire video series on all the amazing things that I love about those franchises, but that's not for right now. What are some things that you enjoy and some things that you don't about the looter shooter franchises. Put those things in the comments below. I would love to read them and talk about it. You can subscribe if you want to, but be sure to check out some of the recommended videos on YouTube right now. There's probably some right here. See you soon.